Hi, good evening. Today we are here on this platform, Anita's Talk Show, and we are very happy and blessed to have a wonderful guest on our show. And the guest is none other than a parenting coach. So, all the parents, be there, be active, and try to understand what this coach has brought for all of us today. And before I start, I would like to share that first of all, we should remember that parents are life's first teachers and guides. Why? Because they are providing unconditional love, support, and essential values that shape a child's character. They are teaching them to walk, to talk, and distinguish right and wrong. So, where does the parents go wrong? Do you think that parents go wrong? So, there may be difference of opinions here. So, today we have got an almost awesome guest on our show today, and let's introduce our guest. Our guest is none other than a beautiful personality, Piyali Sarkar Chakravarti, and she's a parenting coach, and she has, graced our platform today. So let us welcome Piyali to our show today.
Thank you so much, Anita. I'm really honored and very, very excited to be a part of Anita's talk show. It's my blessing. I mean, I would say it's my pleasure that I am here, and I am here to talk to you as well as talk to our audience. And thank you so much for inviting me.
Thank you so much, Piyali. And all the parents are looking forward. Those who are present, they are watching it. May please write down, keep putting out your comments so that Piyali can give you the appropriate answers for that, right? So, uh, once again, we welcome and hello everyone, and a very warm welcome to all the audience who are watching and are going to watch it later also. So, I'm Anita Salatia, and this space is all about conscious parenting, emotional connection, right? And raising confident teenagers. So when we come on teenagers, our guest is going to touch this aspect of our parenting journey. So today's episode is very special because we have with us someone who's deeply committed to support parents and transforming parent-child relationship. That is marvelous, right? And she's a wonderful parenting coach who works closely with families and understands the real everyday challenges to raise children and teenagers in today's fast changing world, right? And I truly admire how she brings clarity, compassion, and practical wisdom into parenting. And her audience also may be appreciating that when they are watching it. So before we begin, I would like to welcome all of you, those who are there, and thank you so much for being here with us today. And it's an absolute pleasure to have all the audience and to be waiting there anxiously for our guests to talk about the parenting coaching. Now, coming over to let's first ask a very typical question that Piyali ji, what inspired you to become a parenting coach at the first place?
Anita, first of all, I would, as I mentioned, I'm really thankful for calling me, inviting me. And the beautiful part of it is a parenting coach is talking to another parenting coach. So I
Exactly.
think that's what is the uniqueness of this conversation. And parents, like, I feel that once we all become parents, we start thinking like it's a very natural process, and
Yes.
like naturally we are becoming the parents, so parenting also will come naturally, and that's true, that's very true. But
Right.
I felt like, for me it is, the reason is my daughter, obviously.
Okay.
I'm a mom of a 17 years old girl. She's right
Right.
now almost crossing the teenage, towards she's reaching out to the young
Okay.
adulthood. But I
Okay.
started
Okay.
my journey quite few years back, and I started when she actually stepped into the teenage. So
Right. Right.
let me very quickly share. I was a person who was full of self doubt. So my career, like my professional journey, started quite late because I was a self doubter. I was not sure about my career. I hopped from different industry to I mean one industry to another industry. So when I actually started my professional career, it was like I was already a mom. Okay, so the thing I was suffering with, juggling with my career and my parenthood, my motherhood. So I was not sure that how to handle that. So I was continuously in the whether I'm doing right, and especially I was with self doubt. So I was always with that question: doing right, doing wrong, doing right, doing wrong. And in that dilemma, once I still can remember, there was a day, was an argument where it went intense. Not only with me, it was like me, my husband, my daughter. It was very intense, and after that argument, she completely shut down. So, and there are a lot of other things also happen. But that is the day when I felt that I want to connect with her. I want to connect with her because I really wanted to be a very good mom. That was I think most of the moms wanted, but I also had that I want to be a very good mom. But where I'm losing, where am I losing the connection? Why these things are happening? And I was going through a lot of guilt because I was trying to establish my career in other areas. So I was in educational sector at that point of time. So, but that guilt trip took me in the parenting journey. That is the first day when I started thinking about parenting. And I was, anyway, I was in the education sector. I was always very, connected with the youngsters, children. Along with that, this guilt trip took me in the parenting journey.
Oh, that's pretty experience of yours. So,
Yes.
at the first moment, like the for the audience, I'm asking this question on their behalf. That in your experience, what is the biggest mistake the parents make while they're dealing with teenagers?
Hmm, that's a very deep question, I would say. But when it comes about mistake, as you were saying, mistake, I would say one thing. I will come to that mistake, but before that, let us consider mistake as a mistake, and mistake is always reversible. So mistake is not a
Wonderful,
crime. Even if we are doing
wonderful.
mistake, it's not a crime.
You're
So
right,
everyone, our children also do mistakes. So we also can do mistakes. Let us take it in that casual way. And
right.
mistake, I feel the most common mistake we do as a parent, especially with the teenagers, is we miss to understand them. So
Correct.
we actually misunderstand their behavior number of
Right,
times. So I think
right.
that is the most
Biggest
common.
mistake.
I would not say biggest,
Right.
but common mistake most of
Common.
the parents do.
Right, absolutely right. You are correct. Because the children are growing, they don't know or how they are behaving. It's the parents who need to have a little bit of maturity. That is very
Yes.
important.
And more than that, like if you consider teenagers' brain, that is very different than
Yeah,
toddler brain and adult
right.
brain, right?
Very true,
So
very true.
at that age, their emotional brain is fully developed, but prefrontal cortex is underdeveloped, right?
Right,
So they
right.
cannot process their emotions, what they
Absolutely.
say and what they do, and what meaning comes out to the world is different.
Correct,
And that's
correct,
why
correct.
we do the mistake.
Right, right, right. And now there is one simple mindset shift that can
Hmm.
immediately improve parent-teen communication. Could you just
Yes.
highlight that one simple mindset shift?
as per me, what I feel, I'll share, and I would like to know your opinion also in that particular area. So I feel that most of us, we at certain point of time when our children reach to the age of 13, 14. See, when they are very toddler, we are very, kuchu kuchu, my shona, my dear, like we pamper them a lot.
Right.
The
Right.
moment they reach to the 11, 12, and all those 13, teenage, our expectation changes from them, right?
Mm.
And
Yeah.
then for the small, small things, we don't go for kuchu kuchu, shonu and all those things. And there, what happens? The question that we ask again and again, why my child is doing this, why they are not able to do that, why they are behaving like that, why this is happening to my child only, why. So this why question that we ask to ourselves, or that we ask to some unknown figure, maybe the destiny, almighty god, whatever. So we ask this
Yeah.
why question, why this is happening, why my child is not doing that, why my child only doing that, why they are not understanding me. So this why is not a very neutral why. If you see, if you go a little deep, you will understand this why is a biased why, where actually we complain, we
Yeah.
don't actually find out the reason. We,
Mm.
through this why question, we complain and we don't get the answer why.
Yeah.
Rather, we go more into the zone of, justifying ourselves, why my child is doing that. Okay, but I have done so things for my child, I am doing this, so we try to justify and we don't get the answer. So
Yeah.
I feel that
Yeah.
is this why question. If we
True.
can turn this why question into
Mm.
what question, accepting,
Mm.
okay, this is happening, my child is doing that,
Mm.
what can I do now,
Mm.
what is my child's emotional need at this moment, what is actually making them to do this. So if we can change the why question to what question, what can I do
Mm.
now,
So I
accepting and
think,
asking.
yeah, I think that is the reason why parents keep on complaining that their teens don't listen, right? It is what you are saying, that
Yeah,
they don't communicate
because
properly with the children, right? So they don't listen.
I
Maybe.
would not blame the parents. I would not
Mm.
say that it is their fault. Rather, I
Mm.
would say that because of the way we live life, the way we see life, the way we understand life, we go into that why questions very naturally. We ask this why question: why this is happening to me?
Why does
Why God is so unfair to me? Why? So these why questions are not only with our children, in our life everywhere we ask. And that's what we
so,
do in parenting also.
yeah,
Parenting not
yeah.
parenting is not
So,
something very
so,
discreet thing, right?
so on the behalf of the audience, I would just like to ask you a question. Then, what should the parents do differently to
Very
have
good.
this?
So first, I feel the first thing is as I shared, the simplest mindset shift. Instead of asking this why question, first, if we can accept whatever is happening, it is happening at this moment. Okay,
Mm.
it is happening. And
Mm.
then if I can ask the what question, what can I do? What can be done?
Mm. Mm.
And then our you will see that when we do that, then the answer will get within also will be different. If we
Mm.
ask a why question, why this is happening to me, then the natural answer is, but I did that when I was young, this didn't happen. But if I ask that, okay, this is happening, my child is not listening to me,
Mm.
what I can do about that right now? Let me
Mm.
think. So that
Mm.
what question changes our mode, thinking mode.
Mm.
So
Mhm.
I think that is the first shift. There are multiple things, but this is the first shift. What do you
Yes,
think about that, Anita?
yes,
What do you feel?
yes. I think this helps also in one more area of the life, that is
Huh.
disciplining the child. Disciplining.
Yes.
If we are very aggressive towards the children, so
Hmm.
obviously they'll be indisciplined because they are going to contradict you, because
Yes.
they are growing up, they don't want your discipline. if we are very strict with the discipline, they won't agree to that discipline, right? And for that, your version comes in, that we should be going into the emotional aspect of the children. That will make the things easier.
Yes,
What do
you
you
know
think?
what I feel? Yes, Anita, what I feel that the first thing is our calmness, our
Mm,
uh, nowadays if you see that there are a lot of parenting advices, and one thing is very common. I think most of the parents already heard that:
yeah,
connection before correction.
you're
But
right,
I will
right.
add few lines to that. I feel that even though we know connection before correction, we cannot connect. Why? Because we are
Yes.
not calm. Because
Yeah,
calmness comes even before connection. Today
yeah.
we are not connected with ourselves. At the beginning I told you na, very
Yeah,
naturally we become parents,
very
and we
true.
think that parenting comes very naturally. True, parenting
Yeah,
comes very
obviously.
naturally. A cow
Right.
doesn't learn parenting, a dog
No.
doesn't learn parenting. But why
Yes.
do we need to learn parenting? Because we somewhere lost the connection with our true self.
True self.
In our
Exactly.
journey, somewhere we
Exactly.
have lost the connection with our true self. Now today we are very, very scattered in our mind, and we are
Absolutely.
not at all centered to us. We don't know what do we want, what can give
Absolutely.
us satisfaction. So the more we are going to be disconnected with ourselves, it will be very difficult to connect with our children,
Mm.
because
Right. Right.
they will always trigger us. Teenage is the
Mm.
time when they are not going to listen just simply what we are going to say. They are becoming, now they are becoming, they're preparing to be an adult. So they
Adult.
have
Right.
their own
True.
opinion. They have their, they are just spreading the wings. So this is the time when it is very important to build that connection and to be the authentic self. We are
Mm.
not our authentic self with our children. Why? Unconsciously our worry comes in between, our fear comes in between, our our effort to cover our emotion, hide our emotion, that
Either.
comes in between. And we
Yes.
cannot be the authentic self in front of
Yeah.
our children.
Yeah.
And they are
Yes.
very much, they spend 13, 14 years already with us. So
You're
they are
right.
so attuned, they know us so well. So
Well,
they
very true.
very easily they understand that we are not genuine.
Yes.
And
Yes.
when we, as you told, discipline, when we try to discipline them, their challenges or their argument is not against the discipline. Their
Right.
challenge or their protest is with the thought that you are trying to control me.
Yes.
So they try
Right.
to protest that control. They don't try to
Yeah.
protest your discipline. They don't try to protest your framework. They
Yeah.
actually try to protest the overpowering, overruling, the control, that,
Ye-
right? So
Yes.
if we
There is
can,
a yes. Yes. Exactly. Well, you are absolutely right to the point. And there's a beautiful poem in English literature that is 13 years 13th birthday is the year of knowing the world, whether the heaven or hell are situated in the globe or in the map, right?
hmm,
What do you
yes,
understand by this? That
yes,
this is the age where the children starts questioning everything,
very true, very true.
right?
So earlier, what used to be like mom, my mom said, my dad said, this is not going to be like that
Yes,
now.
it's not anymore.
And that's
Exactly.
good. I think in a way that
It's
that
good.
is going to develop their individuality. They are not just going to be, my
Yeah.
daughter is not going to be my replica.
Yeah.
And
Obviously.
they want to be, they need to be a different person. That
Yeah.
individuality should come
Yes,
out,
yes, yes.
right?
That comes a question in my mind. I would like to ask you that can you share a real life transformation story of a family you
Oh
have
yes,
worked
there are so many. I can share one
up with
recent
anyone?
incident. Yeah,
Okay,
one recent incident. Obviously, I will not take the names, but
okay.
very just few. a month back, I think, I received
Mm.
a call from one of my old parent client.
All
So
right.
around night, in the night, around 8:39, the parent messaged me and, "Ma'am, I want to talk to you." So she's a part of my community, but she did her courses long back. So
Okay.
I want to talk to you. I want to. I'm in problem. I'm in challenge. So then I gave her some time, and then when she actually called me, I was looking at her situation. I was feeling so sad because she was walking on the street, literally walking on the street at 9:30 p.m. because she couldn't connect me from the home. She didn't want to connect me in front of the child.
Child.
So, and
Mm.
the incident is, I mean, if the parent listens to this live, probably she will understand I'm talking about her. So, the child actually shared some inappropriate pictures
Okay.
through Snapchat and all.
Mobile. Mm.
So that is an
What was
parents cannot
disturbing?
imagine that. They
What
can,
was
yes,
disturbing the parent?
it's completely disaster for the parents, right? First,
Yeah.
it's a risk. Second is like this image we don't hold about our children, right?
Yeah.
So
Very true.
that we don't think that our children can do that, and then the
It
first
is
thing
but
comes, how can
natural.
they do that?
But
Yes,
natural.
it's a very big thing. So
Hmm.
they connected, and it was very shocking to me also initially. Then I just calmed down myself and I tried to talk to the parents, and I said that let us not see it in that way. Let's not see that why this is happening to my child. Again, that why question came. So I said that we will ask the why question later. First, let us think that what can we do now. The first thing we can do is accepting the situation. Yes, this happened. If this happened, then there is a solution also. So then let us calm down and let us think that what we can do right now. And slowly we started understanding what was the need, for what reason the child probably have became or has turned out to be so desperate,
Oh.
to be so prominent, to be so, getting the focus. So there, because when a child shares such things, it is nothing but trying to grab attention, trying to
Yeah.
grab more focus. Why?
Correct.
That there is an
Correct.
emotional need to be
Hmm.
seen, to be
Hmm.
heard, to be significant, to feel that I am someone very significant to someone else. And so they choose all those wrong path because of that. So there was a disconnection. Obviously, before that, there was some disconnection. And because of that disconnection, those emotional needs were not fulfilled by the people around the child. So the child took another path. So now, what we can do, if we can rebuild the connection so that the child can comes and shares what happened, what you can do. So instead of, we can snatch the mobile, we can take all those things, but in today's world, with today's children, how much controlling you try to become, they will find another way. If route 1 and route 2 is blocked, they will find out route 3, route 4. So you cannot do it in that way unless and
Right.
until the child realizes that yes, this is happening. And
Good.
to bring that realization, the first thing what you can do is the connection. So I started
Hmm.
talking to the mom, and
Hmm.
then first thing, we started working on calming down the mom, because I work with the moms mainly. So that happened first, and then as per my as per our discussion, she started doing certain things so that she can rebuild the connection with the child instead of criticizing it in first place. Why did you do
Hmm.
that and all?
Hmm.
So that's what, and I would say that she did it in a very beautiful, she trusted me and she did it in a very beautiful way. And
Really?
within 2 weeks, that connection started rebuilding, and the child confessed that why did she do
Right.
that? What had happened? And then after that, the explanation, after that sharing that what could be the adversity, after that posing some boundaries, all those things will take place. But
Yeah.
what we do once we get shocked, we create that shock for the child. And I'm not
Yes.
saying that over explanation is, sometimes over explanation is also bad, but
Yes.
instead of creating that connection, if you try to
Mm.
impose the boundaries, it will, you know,
Wonderful.
backfire.
Wonderful,
We will be
wonderful.
successful.
The role of a coach comes in, right? And it's just a small role, but it creates a impression on the parent also, because the parent is overwhelmed. He doesn't know
Right.
at this
Yes.
juncture of situation how I should behave. Right. It is
True.
only
Very
a
true.
matter of instance, right? And
Yes.
just and in that matter, we are, making our child fearful. Firstly, we are teaching our child to speak, lies. Then
Yes.
afterwards, looking
Yes.
at our the way the parents are reacting to
Hmm.
this incident,
Yes.
this will
Yes.
obviously teach and train your child to hide things from you. That is the worst
Right.
part,
Yes.
I
Yes.
think.
They will do it. However, they
Right.
are going to do it, but you will not
Yes.
know.
Yes.
So that's
Yes.
what.
Right.
So, like, the more we will
Wonderful.
try to, framework is definitely important.
Yes.
Boundaries are important,
Yes.
but if we
Correct.
directly go for the boundaries, then
Yes.
two things can happen: rebel,
Right.
confrontation, or
Yeah.
secrecy. So,
Secrecy, yes. So these are the two things which I think the parents do it intentionally. Then we cannot blame the child,
uh,
because the child is child. He's a human being. Every human doesn't want to. He has got protection of himself, his mind, his heart. He doesn't want to
yes,
depict the darker side of his life. So it
yes,
is but natural, nothing new about it. Every human is
yes.
like that.
And you know what, Anita, I feel from the parent side also, it is difficult. Like, imagine,
Very
like I was
difficult.
thinking about the
Very
parent who
difficult.
was walking on the road and
Yes, very
talking to me. It is so frustrating and so sad for the parents to do
correct.
that. But
Correct.
the need of the time is, first we need to calm down ourselves.
Calm down.
First we need to connect ourselves. And in the journey, what we revealed with that particular parent, we revealed that, like, in the effort of being a good parent, she always tried to hide her own emotions.
Mm.
She didn't portray her true self because she thought that if she shows her emotions, the child will be like harmful for the child. But it is
Yeah.
not. I feel that the more authentic, the vulnerable, especially at teenage, we have very less time now. The child is going to, fly away within a few years.
Ah,
So this
right.
is the last few years when we can be really
Connect.
authentic with the
Yes.
child and
Right.
show that who truly we are.
Right.
So if we can show that, then the child will also come up with their true self.
Yeah, right. And your this story connects the mindset of all the parents out here. So I would request all the parents, the way Piyali is coming out with this example. It's just an example for all of us, for the audience out here, that what is the first thing which we require to treat our children. Firstly, we should treat
I
him as
think
a
our
whole.
calmness. First thing is
Yes,
our calmness.
our
Before
calmness.
we parent our children, we
Yes,
first need to parent ourselves.
parent ourselves. We should, can be Piyali, you are a parenting coach. So, what kind of habits now? This question comes up of the habits. Like the example which you have given, it's an appropriate example for all the audience that this thing has happened. Suppose this thing has happened to a certain parent, right? Now, there may be many parents out there who are watching this and who will watch later. they may be reacting in the same manner, maybe worst case also,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
here, you were there for the parents, you acted as an anchor to the
Right.
parents, right? And stepped in the appropriate time. That
Right.
is what makes the difference, right? But just imagine those parents who don't have anybody to help them, right? So today I have got an appeal to all the parents who are watching, that please do not remain in dark. If
Hmm.
you feel that you are in trouble or your child is in trouble, please put your foot forward, help your child, and if you fail to help your child, then you help yourself first, and
Right.
that will automatically help your child. And if
Right.
you are calm, and you will not be calm in a minute or so,
Right.
you
It is
need
not
mindset.
possible that instantly at that moment you
Right,
become calm. It doesn't
right,
happen in that.
right. And it needs a mindset, and
It
that the
needs a
parenting coach.
practice, it needs a mindset. Yes.
Yes, and this is the parenting coach who can help
Yes.
parents to come in that zone
Yes. Very true.
of calmness, right? It is
Yes.
not an easy task. I understand that it's very challenging for the parents, especially with teenagers. It's not
Yes.
easy. We all know that. It's not
True,
easy.
very
But,
true. Yes. Especially in
but
today's time when we are
yes,
going through so much of chaos, outside.
absolutely, absolutely. Now, Piyali's story has really opened up a kind of debate, that it was one example.
Hmm.
But I think so, each and every house may be facing this kind of situation.
Yes. Might not be this, but might be something different.
But
But yeah.
in some other
Hmm.
form, in some
Yes.
other form. So, don't you
Yes.
think so that each and every parent should be alert well beforehand? Before
Yes.
your child grows into a teen, it's better to take some coaching journey with a parenting coach, and takes a roadmap, that how
Yes.
you are supposed to act, you're supposed to behave, you're supposed to talk, you're supposed to act
Be.
in
You are
behavior.
supposed to be. I would say
Yes,
in first place how you
yes.
are supposed to be, how you
So,
need to
so
be as a human
yeah,
being. Yes.
very true, very true. And Pyali will agree to me that it is the appropriate time in which you need the parenting coach, right? It is not that when your child has already entered teen and you
Hmm.
are suffering, and it's not an easy task at that time. So this example which Piali has given, it's a real eye opener for all of us, that what are we doing? Do you think that we are acting appropriately? We are acting apt? No, we are completely lost. So, why? I am questioning the audience, that why do you want to remain lost? Why can't we awake? There should be an awakening well beforehand, so that we can protect our child. So, this is the main reason why I have invited Piyali Sarkar to my podcast today, so that no one, no parent should just put their heads in the darkness. They should be enlightened. And when, as soon as your child enters teenage, you also enter with him with brightness, with happiness, with joy, instead of getting confused and lost in the journey.
Yes.
Right. So, with this, like one final question is there, and I think most of the audience may be having this question. Let's ask Pyali about it. That if you had given just one powerful advice to parents of teenagers, what would it be and why?
I would say that my final advice, as teenage is the time, it is the, I feel that our parenting is nothing but a karma. Our children come in our life to grow us.
Beautiful.
They are here so that we actually grow certain parts within us. So
Right.
first, this is the last few years when you are getting that chance to grow us as a parent, as a human being.
Absolutely.
Instead of spending that time in cribbing, complaining, or adjusting or fixing, I would say this is the last few years when we can grow ourselves as a human being. It's not about learning parenting, it's about revealing yourself as a human being and reconnecting with yourself. If we can connect ourselves, if we can parent ourselves, we don't have to think about parenting separately. We will be
Wow.
a better parent. So that is my
Wow.
advice. And don't
Wonderful.
do this alone, because you are not supposed to do this alone in this chaotic world. Try
Yeah,
to
true.
be connected with a community where you find the same kind of people. Try to be connected with the people who can give, whom you can trust, who can show you the roadmap, as Anita told. So
Exactly.
yes, and you are
Exactly.
not alone in this journey. You can
Right,
do it,
right,
you will do it. That's
right,
it.
right, 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 right. So, before we leave the session, just could you give some tips for the daily habits which parents should adopt to create a calmer and a positive home environment so that the audience can take away something from here?
So I feel that there could be multiple advice. It's not one thing, but at least 10 minutes a day should be kept for connecting with yourself, just to be with yourself with a calmness. Sit with this yourself. People call it meditation. Yes, meditation is a tool, a journey. If you are practicing, it is good. If you are not, but at least 10 minutes, each parent, mom, dad, sit quietly with yourself, connect with your true self. Don't need to do anything, just sit there for yourself to connect with
Yes,
yourself and leave
wonderful,
everything. I would say that is the
wonderful,
first thing we can do. And
wonderful.
know, as I told, know that you are not alone in this journey. So
Yeah,
there are so many help, there are so many way outs you can
yes.
find, but for that you need to open yourself.
That's
Please
right.
be open.
Right, exactly. So, the message today from our wonderful parenting coach, Piyali Sarkar Chakravarti, that each one of us, I'm telling as us because we all are parents, the audience, and everybody, those who are parents, before you correct your child, it's better that you connect with yourself. And
Yes.
a wonderful tip which our guest today is leaving with for you today is meditate a bit with yourself. Spend some time with yourself. So this is marvelous advice or the tip which she has given for all the parents and the audience out there. And please follow it. And if you have liked this video, please put your comments and your criticism also. What is your mindset about parenting? We would love to have it. And Piali's address and her connections links will be given below this video, and you can connect to her anytime if you want. And the one-to-one session link will also be there if you would like to connect to her as a coach. You want to hire her as a coach for your child, then she will be happily helping you. So with that, we it's high time that we just don't want to leave the guest today because she has given so many golden nuggets to us and the audience, and we are so blessed to have you here, Piali. And my audience might have really enjoyed this session with you and really got lots of, advices and new thoughts for raising the teenagers. So, with
Thank you
that,
so
our
much.
ends.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you
you,
so
Anita. I
much.
just wanted to add one thing. I
Yes,
think it will help to spread
right.
your message and my message. If you are watching the live, you can
Mm,
type hash live. If you are watching the
yes,
replay, you can type hash replay. So
yes,
it will help us to help more parents in that way. Maybe
right.
a lot of parents need to hear this. Yeah.
Yes,
So why not? So
very
thank you
true.
so much.
Very
Thank you so much. And I would say that Anita is also a very good parenting coach. I know her since a long time, and I know that she is also helping a lot of parents and teenagers in different areas. So, whenever you are facing any challenges, don't feel that you are alone. That's what is,
Yes,
uh,
we are all
I,
there for you. All the
yes.
parenting coaches are every time with you, right? So, with that, we bid goodbye and let's
Goodbye.
meet any other time whenever we feel like. Okay, good night.